This is Barry Zalma speaking for Claim School Incorporated's blog, Zalma on Insurance. Today we're going to speak about why an information request is not a refusal to appear at an examination under oath, and why an insurer's premature denial for failure to appear at an examination under oath will fail because it is not reasonable. It is not reasonable to deny a claim for failure to appear for an EUO before the date the EUO was scheduled to occur. In March of 2021, an arsonist destroyed a building on the Brockton Fair fairgrounds known as the State Building, owned by BAS Holding Corporation and, according to BAS, insured against loss by Philadelphia Indemnity Insurance Company. Philadelphia undertook an investigation to determine coverage. The insurer sought an examination under oath of George Carney, the president and owner of BAS. In Philadelphia Indemnity versus BAS Holding Corporation, the United States Court of Appeal for the First Circuit on August 17, 2023, dealt with the issue and recognized that a requirement for an EUO must be reasonable, and the claimed premature denial was probably not reasonable. Philadelphia sued, seeking a declaration that BAS breached the insurance policy's EUO condition. In its answer, BAS denied that it refused to submit to an EUO. On cross motions for summary judgment, the district court granted judgment for Philadelphia on the ground that BAS failed to cooperate by not providing Carney for an EUO. BAS appealed. BAS is the record owner of the State Building, a landmark building located on the Brockton Fair fairgrounds in Brockton, Massachusetts. The interior of the building was mostly open space used for exhibits or storage at the annual agricultural fair. The fire set by the arsonist on March 17, 2021 caused a total loss of the structure. The remains of the building were razed the same day. At the time of the fire, BAS held a policy issued by Philadelphia that BAS claimed it covered the State Building. BAS gave notice of the fire to Philadelphia mere hours after it broke out. As its investigation unfolded, Philadelphia became convinced that the State Building may not be insured under the policy and wrote a reservation of rights letter to BAS. On June 16, 2021, Philadelphia also sought an EUO of BAS in accordance with the policy's condition. Philadelphia did not ask BAS to produce any specific person for the EUO. Instead, Philadelphia asked BAS to designate someone who could answer questions relating to 8 enumerated topics. BAS presented Susan Rodriguez as its designee to attend the EUO. The president of BAS, Carney, testified in his deposition that Sue Rodriguez and Joe Capucci, they handled all the insurance. She did everything to help put on the fair and also oversaw maintenance work on the fairgrounds and buildings throughout the year, including the State Building. During her EUO, Rodriguez identified 6 people, 5 maintenance workers and Carney, who might be able to provide additional information in response to BAS's questions. On August 4, the day after Rodriguez appeared for her EUO, Philadelphia sent an email to BAS's counsel requesting EUOs of the 6 individuals she identified as potentially having additional relevant information. In that email, Philadelphia specifically asked for Carney to appear for an EUO on August 19, 2021, pointing to the policy language stating that Philadelphia could only take an EUO if it is reasonably required. BAS wrote that Philadelphia's request for 6 additional examinations under oath was improper and was not permitted by the policy or law, particularly where Philadelphia has still not identified a factual basis upon which it has reserved its rights, and the information produced to date established that coverage is owed under the policy for the loss. According to Philadelphia, the email constitutes a second refusal of BAS to produce Carney for an EUO. On August 13, less than 72 hours after sending the August 10 email and before BAS had sent any response, Philadelphia sent an email denying BAS's insurance claim for refusing Philadelphia's request for EUO. The email stated in relevant part, quote, BAS's refusal to participate in the EUOs that counsel requested on August 4, 2021 constitutes a material breach of the insured's obligations under the policy and reflects its continuing failure to cooperate in Philadelphia's investigation or settlement of the claim, close quote. Analyzing the issue, the Circuit Court of Appeal noted that under Massachusetts law, attendance at a reasonably requested EUO is a condition precedent for insurance coverage. Thus, the question before the First Circuit was a narrow one. Did the district court rule correctly as a matter of law that BAS willfully and without excuse refused Philadelphia's request for an EUO of Carney, thereby breaching the insurance contract? The timeline of Philadelphia's denial weighs heavily against any conclusion that BAS refused to produce Carney for an EUO. On August 3, Rodriguez appeared for EUO on behalf of BAS. On August 4, Philadelphia asked for EUOs of Carney and the maintenance worker. On August 4 and August 9, BAS sent emails that read together requested further information before submitting to additional EUOs. On August 10, Philadelphia wrote to BAS asking for confirmation that Mr. Carney will appear next Thursday, August 19, for an EUO as previously requested, or make contact to arrange for a new date, time, and place within the next 2 weeks, and to confirm that BAS will make the other individuals available for their EUOs on Friday, August 20, 2021, or on various dates thereafter. This email from Philadelphia provided some explanation as to why the interview of Carney was reasonably required. Moreover, Rodriguez's EUO testimony revealed that Philadelphia's assertion that Ms. Rodriguez was in fact unable to testify about any of the topics of examination specified by Philadelphia was flatly wrong. While it was clear that Rodriguez was not able to answer all of Philadelphia's questions, she answered most of them. The First Circuit found that it was impossible to find on the record that BAS willfully and without excuse refused to present Carney for an EUO. In other words, Carney's non-appearance at an EUO, especially since his first possible opportunity to appear on August 19, had not yet passed when Philadelphia notified BAS of its decision to deny coverage, in and of itself does not support the district court's grant of summary judgment as a matter of law in favor of Philadelphia. The entire discussion between the parties about whether there should be additional EUOs of Carney and of the 5 maintenance workers spanned only 9 days. The First Circuit vacated the district court's grant of summary judgment for Philadelphia and remanded to the trial court for further proceedings not inconsistent with the opinion. In my opinion, I have personally taken hundreds of EUOs. I, like the First Circuit, not understand how an insurer can deny a claim for failure to appear on a date before the date scheduled for the EUO to take place. Such a denial makes no sense. I have sat with a court reporter at the time and place scheduled for several examinations under oath, and no one appeared, and thereafter denied the claim, only to withdraw the denial when the witness produced an excuse like the birth of a child or the hospitalization of the witness. The failure to wait a week or two to deny the claim gained Philadelphia nothing more than the ire of the First Circuit, and it's going to have to go back and try this case and this motion for summary judgment all over again. And it's not going to get anywhere after the information provided by the First Circuit. This video was adapted from my blog, Zelma on Insurance, which is available free to anyone who clicks on the URL zelma.com/blog. You can subscribe to the blog and have notice of every blog posting, usually 5, sometimes 6 a week. And you'll have access to the more than 4,600 blog postings. In addition, you can subscribe to the videos on YouTube and on rumble.com. And if you do, I'd appreciate it if you click on the like button on YouTube or the thumbs up button on rumble.com. They're also available free. And if you want further detail and knowledge about insurance, insurance law, insurance claims, and insurance fraud, please consider subscribing to my Substack publications or my locals community for a very small fee. Thank you again for your attention.